Hey, it is all about innovation, so that's why I can't believe I'm just about to do this, or at least attempt to do it. Let's see how this goes. You're going to need to get out of the way, guys. Oh. You know, everything's going to be a doddle after that. I am so relieved that we didn't need to call St. John's. Now, we have a fantastic evening planned for you this evening. Just to take you very quickly through the agenda, I'm going to say a little bit about us. We've been in existence now for 3.5 years, and I just want to tell you a little bit about that. It is very much related to innovation. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. And then after that, 4 presentations, about 15 minutes each. Some extensive questions and answers, that's your turn, and a glass of wine or two. Sounds like a great way to end the event. So that's what we're here for. This is our 4th event of this nature, and the first where we have been brave enough to exclude technology from the agenda and focus instead on business innovation. Our rationale is a simple one. The most effective CIOs we work with are those who don't restrict their contribution to technology, but in addition have accepted a shared responsibility as a member of the executive team for the future prosperity and success of their business. And as we all know, the ability to identify and deliver innovation is often the only thing in the corporate world that separates the also-rans from the winners in today's intensely competitive environment. At this point, I must also declare a personal interest in innovation. We founded Fosse Associates 3.5 years ago because we felt there was a huge opportunity to innovate in almost every facet of the recruitment business. And whilst I won't spend much time on this because you clearly haven't come here to listen to me, I do think it is relevant to the debate. If any of you have our business cards, and I'm sure a few of you do, on the back you'll find this, our 3 key values. And as you see, innovation sits there as absolutely one of those. So when we were thinking about starting the business, we thought the best place to look was at the existing industry and where we felt it could be improved. And we did find a few areas. Candidate care. I won't ask you to put your hands up because I hate doing that when I'm in an audience. It's like your job to perform, not mine. But candidate care, I know if I asked you to put your hands up and say if you've ever been treated in a less than ideal manner by somebody in recruitment, I think almost every hand would go up. And that is clearly something that needs to change, and an opportunity. Sourcing, the way in which candidates are found, often is very good. Sometimes it's a little bit too narrow. We think there's opportunities there to innovate. And that forms, as I say, the backbone of what we do, and I'll come on to shortly. Staff turnover on average in our industry, again, I'm not proud of this, is around 20–25%, which I think personally is too high if you want to develop a culture of excellence in any organisation. And it is predominantly a sales culture. Whilst it's healthy for all organisations to have a degree of a sales hunger in them, I think, and I'm pretty sure you'd all agree with me, or most of you would agree with me, it's a little overdone in many recruitment businesses. And strangely, there's a limited availability to recruit at all levels within one organisation, and I don't really know why that's the case, but it seems to be. So there we are, quite a few opportunities. In terms of the things we've done, I've just focused on a few of them here. The easy one, the easy innovation was, well, why don't we just recruit at all levels? It isn't as easy as it seems. Clearly, the methodologies and the type of people you use to recruit CIOs are very different from the people you might use to recruit help desk people. But the key thing is that we believe all of those can be delivered in an excellent way. Shared ownership. This was an interesting one that not very many advisors felt was a sensible thing. When I started the business, I said, over time, and certainly by the time any value is realized in the business, I want to gift 40% of the equity of the company to the people that helped me build it. I'm just one person at the moment standing here rattling on, and if we are half as successful as we think we can be in terms of our business model, we should be several hundred people strong, and they will have built the business, not me. So 40% of the equity over time will be gifted to the people that help build the business and demonstrate the kind of values that we're about. Which brings me neatly onto a value-led culture, not a sales-led culture. We only recruit people who genuinely care about doing a good job for their clients and their candidates, as importantly, their candidates. We don't believe that short-term revenue is a successful recipe for a long-term business, but we do think they're doing an outstanding job as much as we possibly can. I promise you we haven't got it all right, but there is a very sincere attempt to focus very closely on basically looking after candidates and delivering excellence at all times. And as I say, we don't get it right all the time, but but we do try very hard to, and I won't bore you with the particular innovations in that area because we haven't got time to and you don't want to listen to them. But if you want to talk to me afterwards, I'll happily bore you for ages about it. So, the impact of innovation. In some respects, some of the stuff we did, we felt was quite a brave move. We weren't sure how it would be received, this idea of just doing a good job for people and hoping that the recommendations and the brand will kind of carry us through, as opposed to this kind of frenetic sales culture hitting the phones that was most recruitment organisations' way of picking up business. Over the last 3 years, we've grown by 100% each year, in some cases more than that. That's been our minimum growth, and that's against the backdrop of our industry shrinking by, it depends on who you listen to, but certainly in terms of profits, the big floated companies, some of them went from £400 or £500 million profit to nothing, and 20% of our business went out of business in 2009, very cyclical business. So we've done well against that background, and it hasn't just been growth, it has also been profitable growth. Our client base, we now have 117 organisations that are our clients. The key there is that they're still clients. So it isn't just 117 people we've worked with, it's 117 people that are continuing to work with us, and we add on average about somewhere between 5 and 7 every month. And lastly, our growth has come very largely from recommendation, be that candidates who feel they've had a slightly better experience, and hopefully a much better experience than normal, and clients who will talk to people when they've had a good piece of work done for them. And also clearly that model where we work top to bottom for an organisation is much easier for an organisation to commit to one recruitment company if they feel they'll do an outstanding job at all levels. So that is us.